We are live. What's up? What's up? I am currently walking into a Hy-Vee grocery store slash restaurant. Grocery store. Caitlin Clark.
Americana.
What's up,
Hey,
Caitlin Clark?
what up, Kate? CC. What up, CC? CC was CC. Hey, yo.
Sharpie, you seem to be outside as well. How's it going?
It's good, man. I pulled up to the spot that the Cap City Blues are at in Southeast DC here. The Ugly Mug slash Valor Brew Pub. It's a very light crowd so far. I think people will be rolling in. Match doesn't start for another 29 minutes, but
Yeah.
got a great spot right outside, so can't complain.
I'm trying to figure out how any of this works. I'm gonna have to flag someone down to be like, "Hey, yo, I need you to turn on one of these 12 televisions in this space." They are, I guarantee you, they are not used to someone being here right now. But I'm gonna be here, rowdy, and getting drunk.
Let's
Hooray!
get it.
And then some grocery shopping.
Smart.
That's
Two for
that's.
one.
Oh man. Let's look at these lineups because
I like it. I'm
One,
happy.
one, once the words started getting around that the KDB was on the bench, the group chat I'm a part of, it's already chaotic. But it went like I legitimately saw Pep out. I was like, y'all are odd.
You thought he was
But
gonna start two matches in a row? Why?
but
Why would you
I'm
do that?
I'm personally trying to grow because I would jump out of those so quick. But I'm like, no, stay, experience the chaos. It will make me a stronger individual.
Oh, for sure. Stronger and wiser. Just purely wiser.
You need to know what people are saying. The streets are saying. Uh,
Yeah.
Ederson, Stones, Akanji, Diaz, Ake. Oh, that old school feel. And by old school, I mean last year for half a year. Uh, Rodri, Nunes, Foden, Alvarez, Daku, and Halan. Sharpie, you said you were happy with it. Why?
So right away, right? First of all, let's just say the men get the positional release, whereas the women just get numerical, and I'm tired of the sexism. Like the women
I am.
deserve the same because you can see, oh, defenders, midfielders, forwards. Anywho, um, Stones with Akanji means that Akanji is going to be the right center back, and Stones is pushing up with Rodrigo. So you get that back three of Akanji, Diaz, and Ake, which I think is probably one of the best back threes you could have as far as like center backs and with their ball playing skills and such. Yeah, Roger and Stones is the axis. They handle everything in the middle, and it's really interesting up front because there's some flexibility here. Right away, my mind was like, oh, Nunes, and Alvarez is the eights, but then I said, wait, Mateus gets busy. Maybe Foden stays central, and Nunez with that right foot is just pushing. Is giving some width and just trying to get
Mm.
expansive there. Because what I don't see is like that tactic of a defender bombing forward. Right. I don't see Ake bombing up. I see a solid back three. So yeah, I think we go 3-2-4-1, and Holland eats up the center backs, and look at Daku out there ready to cook. Like the kids are up top and the kids are all right. I'm excited. How are you feeling, Carl?
I love it. You got the control for the defense, and everything else is chaos. Like it's so fun. Yes, this is good. This is Everton. This is Deitch ball. It's gonna be tough. He's going to make us fight for every yard we get in this match. But I think with our bench, the bench is just gorgeous. Let me scroll down a little bit more. We have
Mm.
the players and the ability to come up and kind of do whatever we need to, turn up the heat. You put on Bernardo, De Bruyne, Bob, Oscar Bob. Like he. What I love so much about him, especially as the sub with the tired legs, it helps him because he's not like the fast. He's quick, but he's not the fastest. So getting that on tired legs, he seems even faster. He has that control mindset because he's played in the system for such a long time that that's in him. He doesn't really have to think about it, where to pass and all that stuff too much because it's in him. But he obviously has that eye for goal. He is trying to get in and make something happen. If Everton give us struggles, Bob, Halan, that are a KDB coming on at the same time, that's goals, baby. I'm very intrigued to see if Daku is able to release Halan this match. There were a couple. situations the previous time they were paired together where Daku was too busy blazing up the pitch. This isn't like this is constructive criticism if it is, and everybody, I'm sure a lot of people were just like, give it to Haaland because he had a very good running lane. And you could see Daku see him, but something in him wasn't confident enough to try to make the pass, or he was afraid of losing the ball. I don't know, but I'm hoping that he feels more comfortable this match to release the man because I do think we're going to get in situations where we could run it up despite the awful football that Deitch has brought them to play.
Yeah, I think going with your point about Daku, I feel like this is a match where we know Everton. Well, I'm sorry, I'm assuming because it's on the road, Everton won't be as aggressive as they were in December. Because you remember when we were at Goodison Park for the last time, they were out there like they played.
Mm-hmm.
That's when you needed Foden to Rose, I think Silva as well. Like, so, yeah, you needed like things to happen. We won it late or later than we would have liked. Today, I think it's the opposite. We did not have Holland for that match. That changes the whole gravity shifts because now you're saying, hey, your center backs are stuck. You don't need two. You probably need three men to handle Erling Holland. So what do you have naturally? One on one on the outside. What does Daku do best at better than anybody in Premier League? Take ons. He's completed the most take ons in the PL, definitely the most per 90. And so when you give him that much space, okay, now you get those runners in from midfield. Now you get, maybe Rodri having the space at the top of the D to come in and shoot. So it's just like Holland's presence alone, even if he does not score today, his presence makes the game so much easier. And you were saying about the subs, I'm hoping because of the match on Tuesday, and I believe we have to, do we travel to Denmark? Um,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
So with the travel, the quick turnaround, I bet Pep doesn't want to make subs. This is not a match where I would say over under subs because in a perfect world he doesn't have to. The only sub he probably wants to make is to take off Holland, to take off Stones, right, coming back from injury.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not like, oh, I need to get Kevin minutes. It's like, no, Kevin's starting in Denmark. We just don't want to have to use him, like break in case of emergency today
Mm-hmm.
with Kevin. But I think Bob could get in. I think Rico could get in. Like you want to see those players come. But like Bernardo, Kevin, please let them rest. Like let them get their break and just come back 100% for Champions League. How you feeling about
Well,
the subs?
well, yeah, you brought up a great thing because resting KDB does make sense. I wasn't thinking about the Tuesday match. Do, would you put him in at least for like 10 minutes? Let him get a little run around because is that really? Do you ice that? I
You
don't
know what you
know.
could do? It's the swap. Remember the swap when Holland first came back? Kevin was on for like 70 minutes. Holland came in
Yes.
for him. I
Yeah.
think we could see something similar because right away, naturally, right, Alvarez moves up into the nine. And so you don't really have to change too much positionally. Even though Pep like doesn't like giving certain signals to the team where this person comes on and now we're going super aggressive. So if we're up 3-0, 2-0 in the 75th, I wouldn't be shocked at all. Um, and I think something else to think about is in that back line, like we have our size back, right? Like those are giants now. You get Stones, Akanji. Like look at those first five names on the team sheet, plus Holland. Like good luck trying to get a corner in, which is really the prayer that Everton's going to, pray multiple times. And I just don't trust Jordan Pickford. He's a little man with short arms. Little
You know,
goalkeepers are not
I got the
they
memes
don't
waiting,
win.
baby.
Hey, they don't win titles for a reason, bro. Like, get you some hype, bro. Like, I'm sorry.
You don't win titles for a reason. That's crazy.
You name me the short keeper, please.
um, uh, give me a second, and I can find
USA.
that.
Give me the keeper that's under 6'3"
Or
that has won something
direct.
recently.
Two
You
forty
know.
two.
Oh, DirecTV. Oh yeah, 242 forever. Um, gosh, I love DirecTV. So national. Everybody knows it. 206
Right?
ESPN.
Yes, there it is. Yeah, exactly. I do love about the number consistency. It says the
It's
same
so
thing.
helpful. You can be anywhere in America. Yep, 241, 242.
I appreciate you
So yeah,
so
man.
much.
Yeah, man.
Um,
Great service there in the Midwest. Kindness at 6 o'clock in the morning.
hey, she dropped what she was doing to help me out. I appreciate her so much. Clutch, clutch, clutch. Because I was definitely going to scramble off there and have to run to the counter and be like, hey, so.
Oh, I know. I saw it come. I was filling. I was filling time. Like, hey, let's talk about this. The height of
Legend,
our
pro,
corner defense.
pro, pro.
That's what we do. That's what we do.
this is
Damn it, giving
this
you
is
all the breakdowns. All right. The sun is barely up here, but damn it, my mind is fully awake.
oh, he is locked in. I woke up and I was like, whoo. And then I already saw you had been tweeting like 30 minutes before me. I was like, this guy, he's here. He's
When you
here.
naturally wake up to go to the gym at 4:30 most mornings, like my
True.
body clock, I was up naturally at like 4:11. So I was just like, okay, like I'm here. I'm not gonna go back to sleep. That's silly. Play a little FIFA, watch a new show on Apple. Masters of the Air, highly recommend if you like war stuff. Tom Hanks's new output. But yeah, it's great to get up. I mean, we haven't had one of these early matches with the men in a while.
For
And
yeah,
so
specifically
it's
for the
it's
men.
normally women, but you know, it's like okay, like
True.
I remember this feeling, and this is early compared to everything I did in LA. It's still later. I mean, like
Right. Right.
my people out there is 4:11, and they are headed to the bar, and God bless them because they can't drink till 6. So it's just like wow, that's dedication.
Wait, they can't even drink till 6.
Till 6, that's when the first pint can be poured. So like you
I
have
thought
to sit.
California was liberals. Is
I
it
mean,
still
you're
a liberal
liberal,
thing?
but it's like I think service. I think honestly, I think service stops at like 3. It's like a down period between like 3 a.m. or 4 a.m. and like 6. It's really like just done
Yeah,
for those
it's not
couple
long.
hours, and then it's like okay, right when 6 happens, and that's normally right around like the 60th minute of this, 65th minute, and you're like, okay, we're winning. Let's celebrate
Let's
because
go.
the food is good, but I'm here to get a little buzz to start my day.
Yes,
You know?
most definitely. Good old Iowa. I think ours is like 2 to 5,
Okay, that
possibly.
makes sense.
If there is one, if I'm gonna
If
keep
you
it
want to
real,
follow the rule, yeah, yeah,
if there is one. But also, I'm high B. They're standard. They follow all the rules and
of course.
regulations. Yep. Uh huh. Uh huh.
That's what we do
Let's
over
look
here.
at this short-armed Everton team. Actually, let's start here. What do you think about the kids? How do you feel about these kids?
I mean, it's cool. It's bright. I'm not a hater. Like, it's nice. I think it's like, hey, if you want to lose with some flash. Don't be boring and lose. Like, if
I
they didn't
like
have the designs, I wouldn't like it. Like, it'd be, okay, stand out a little bit. Everybody
that.
needs revenue, okay?
These that get
Especially
paid.
Everton over here
Pickford.
breaking rules and shit. It's ridiculous.
Hey, accounting errors.
Oops.
Tarkovsky, Braithwaite, Mikalenko, Young. Hey Jennifer. Uh, oh man, they started Ashley Young. He started Ashley Young.
Keep going. Just keep going. We'll come back to that. Please come
Uh,
back. Please come back.
Garner, Ghana, McNeil, Harrison, and Calvert Lewin. So
Do you
yeah,
mind reading the
there's.
bench? It's kind of small for me on my phone. Can you read it out?
Oh yeah. I'll even scroll over. It's because it's small. Period. Virginia's the backup keeper. Patterson, Keene, Onana, so he's back healthy. Beto is on the bench to bring some energy, well, strength at the end of the match. Coleman, Trimiti, Hunt, and Dobbin.
Okay, I was just trying to think if there was like anybody like, oh, other than Onana, of course, who's coming back from injury. Like
Yeah.
it just feels like this is the best 11 he could put out. Now scroll back up real quick because it looks like I could see 5 across the back with
Yes.
Tarkowski,
Hmm.
Brathwaite, and Godfrey as the
Uh,
center backs, and then
yeah.
Young and Mikalenko as the wing backs.
Hmm.
Um, so
For
it's like,
sure.
yeah, you got a classic 5-4-1, I think, something like that. And Godspeed to you, Everton, because I don't fear Calvert Lewin anymore post injuries. I don't fear Harrison. He can break, like we've seen it at least. He has some moments, but and Dwight McNeil, no, he puts no fear in my heart. So it's just like it's cute. So it's just like, hey, I think he's also a part of the diaspora, but I might be wrong about that. But but yeah, we're gonna win. We're going to dominate. If they have more than 33% possession, I would be shocked if they have more than a third of the ball with that team.
No, that's
Hope and
accurate,
pray.
especially with the backline that Pep has given us. That is, and that oh, I thought Grealish was going to get started because I was like, if Grealish is ever going to get a start, it's this. I mean, we'll talk about it more during tomorrow's recording because I have it. I have it clipped
Oh
up.
no. Monday's recording. Tomorrow's Super Bowl.
Oh
And then
yes,
Monday's recording.
Monday's
Yeah.
recording.
Yeah.
Whew, Monday's a long day for me. I'm just thinking about it. All right. Yes, he Pep mentioned how Grealish isn't at the heights that he was last year. He's working on it, and he could get there, but he's nowhere near, and that is scary and troublesome. And I don't,
But
I
is
want
it?
because I mean it's obviously not about talent. I think it's mental thing. I think it's like a focus.
See,
You
I don't
should
know if
put
it's
that.
focus or just like, like sometimes in my mind, sometimes players are like different reasons have bad runs of form, right? I think you have effects from personal stuff, so yeah, that goes to more than mental, emotional. But I believe for a while he was also out, right? He picked up a little knock. And just kind of like John Stones, right? We would never say John Stones is playing the same football right now that he played in May at the Champions League final. You just can't say that.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of, or June. So it's like everybody now is in that second half of the season where it's like, okay, if you are at your average place right now, your baseline, you have 3 months to ramp up because we know as things build, our March is actually huge. So we really need you to ramp up in February to be ready for the March gauntlet. And that's when literally you have matches every 3 days. And so everybody will be used. I was actually watching a special or a little short on YouTube from the Athletic FC. The TIFO people are a part of them now. And like he was saying how Pep's rotation is the biggest reason why in the second half of the season, Man City, sorry, always looks so dominant. And like that's the thing that I've been trying to say since the start of this podcast. Like Pep uses everybody. You don't need to have 26 to use, but if you have 20 and you can rotate all 20 and trust all 20, you're gonna stay above a B plus performance every day. And so that's where we are in this point of the season. And like these matches in February, we're at 13 unbeaten now, five straight wins in a PL. I don't see us losing unless literally, limbs are falling off on the pitch. I don't know what happens. Like, you tell me, Crunk, are we losing today? Like, let's be real.
No, oh, absolutely not.
Are you on
Even
the Adam nervous? Are we Adam nervous? Or are we just like, hey, we're gonna win? May not be pretty, but 3 points.
what I love about Adam is I can never be his level of nervous.
I love Adam.
But I mean, there's always nerves because Deitch ball kind of does that to you, where you just know it's going to be a very annoying. But I, I think that's just kind of what makes the goal we're going to finally score that much more cathartic. It's gonna hit, and I have all this space to actually like celebrate instead of my living room or like terrified that I'm gonna scare my animals. Like I can just be like, yeah, let's go. Hopefully, there's someone around I can high five and confuse them. Let's see.
Let's
I'm gonna
get
be
it.
hopeful.
Can you do me a Twitter favor? Can you pull up my
Yes.
tweet? The last tweet I did, I put up a tweet with my two bets today. Because I was like, let me
Yes.
get this out early because I know we're going to go on and I have to leave the betting state of Virginia to go into the non-betting district of Columbia, which is stupid. Um, hate it so much. But I made like two separate plays. I made some whole game plays from matches around the world, and then we have a very city specific same game parlay. So I think I got like us, Liverpool, Frankfurt, uh, and there's
Yeah.
like two more soccer teams.
Yep. I got
And
each one.
then yeah, got some fun stuff coming for City. I'm like, let's just try some stuff out. Put a
Okay.
fiver on it.
So
Here we
here's
go.
this. This is the world one.
Yeah.
So
So yeah,
explain
City
what you
Leipzig.
took.
That's what it is. Yeah. So I got
So
City winning by 2. That's what the -1.5 means. And then straight up wins from Leipzig and Frankfurt in the Bundesliga, Liverpool, and obviously beating Burnley. I'm okay with that. And then Barcelona, who is playing Granada, and they aren't good. Like Barca's gonna win, so I feel confident about this. Obviously, if City wins 2-1 or 1-0, that screws this bet. But that's why you make another bet for those people out there. So you always want to have some leverage, and the leverage for me is like that's like the guarantee play. This SGP is just fun. I was like, hey, shots, you can shoot, you could shoot, you could shoot. So like when you look over here, I got City scoring over 1.5 goals. I think City will score 2 goals at home. I have City winning, and then shots on target. Our big three: Holland, Alvarez, Foden. I think it happens, and I went big. I think Holland gets his goal. This is the time he gets it. He's got some, he's worked back a match and some change. Also have City getting over 5.5 corners, so I think we get at least 6. We normally get between 7 and 8. Um, I do think City will have 6 or more shots on target. We will pepper that little T Rex, and I don't think both teams will score in the first half. So that doesn't mean it could be 0-0, but I don't think Everton will score, and that's the biggest thing. And yeah, I think we're gonna make Pickford make some saves. We love to go right at the keeper sometimes, so he'll make some saves. So yeah, so we'll see if I can make $20. Let's just see what happens.
that's a nice little flip. Honestly,
Yeah,
pretty
yeah.
solid bets. Also, hey, Sharpie bets. Hey, we coming for
Nothing,
you. We
nothing too
coming for you.
crazy. Thank you.
Let's
Just
go.
hey, just trying to see. Soccer is actually my favorite thing to bet because there's so many combinations. And if
Yeah.
you know the world, you can get a lot of different action. Versus like when you bet, NBA, it's only 30 teams. The world is hundreds. So it's like, or like at
You
least
can
a
get
hundred
real
in the top
crazy.
five, almost 100. So like I can go, like, yeah. So this
Yeah.
is so we'll see, we'll see.
All right, we'll get out of here with some predictions. Okay, how we feeling? How confident we feeling? You
Three
obviously
nil
think, yeah. Okay, I was gonna say because if you bet City to win by
over
more than two
two,
goals, yeah,
yeah. 3-1. I think we get the clean sheet. I think we break the streak. I don't see a cheeky goal. I see us locking shit down with Stones back there with Rodri. 3-1 City. I mean 3-0 City. Let's go. What you got, Crunk?
I will channel my inner Tarek.
Mm-hmm.
You know how he feels about players from the City Football Academy,
Jack Harrison. Yeah.
CFG,
Mm-hmm.
Jack Harrison.
Yeah.
He has been Everton's only consistent goal scorer, contributor. He's basically had an assist or a goal in their last 5 matches, I believe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Uh,
Good running form.
he's doing his thing. He would want to prove himself against us. He's the type of person who does take the booze and all that stuff, and he gets gassed up from it, and that's a very I feel important thing for a footballer to have, a trait to have.
Yeah.
I think I could see him helping or being the goal scorer or the assister to the only goal they score. I'm hopeful for 3. Yeah, 3-1.
All right.
I,
Let's
I
get
want
three
to say
goals.
4, but I don't think 4.
3 feels right. 3 is a good number.
Yeah,
3 every
yeah,
matches makes me happy.
yeah. 4 against Deitch. That just sounds crazy. Like a lot would have to go incredibly well for that to happen.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Expect
we
that
will be
6 point week,
back.
baby.
Hey, right? Well, we'll be back tomorrow for a whole watch along where we will be kicking it bright and early. I can be at home for this match. Um, this is
Big
going to be
time.
fun. City Women, our baby blue baddies, they take on Arsenal. FA Cup action. It's going to be great. I am Crunk Chocolate. This is Sharpie Charlie. We are Shades of Blue. You know the vibes. Shady gang, shady gang, shady gang.
Peace.
See you, homie.